Gary, can you tell us a little bit about your experience and how that is leading to the remarkable discoveries that you're making today?
As a result of a near fatal logging accident, I come to the realization that I only had one option. That was either to accept it or to do something about it. If I wanted it to be different, it was my responsibility to change my life.
Did y'all know that essential oils have frequencies? And so the essential oil relates to our emotions and our organs depending on what frequency it is.
Madizon back with another video. Welcome back to my cozy corner on the internet. Should I say that in these videos? This time about the death of the Young Living pyramid scheme. Allegedly. Don't sue me.
Anna Alonso, who is probably my favorite commentary YouTuber, just posted a video this morning detailing a leaked internal email from Young Living, suggesting that they're scrapping the MLM business structure later this year, but haven't told the reps yet. Young Living is big. If this can happen to Young Living, one of the two big essential oil MLMs, which I know is such a weird thing to know and say, it can and will happen to others.
What do Hunbot's wildly off-base claims about essential oils?
But this drives me nuts. Diffusing this essential oil to help process grief out of the intestines and lungs. That can't happen. You cannot process grief out of the intestines and lungs. What the fuck are you talking about?
And Young Living all have in common, they might be getting left behind in 2025. That is, if the anti-MLM community has any say in the matter. Young Living is one of the most egregious and harmful MLM companies to ever exist, in my opinion, for its wild health claims and bizarre origin story. And through Young Living's downfall, they refuse to go gently into that good night.
Hello, my friends. I love hearing about your dreams and all that you are doing to see those dreams become reality. We are thriving again as a community. I feel an awakening of new and exciting things to come. Everyone is looking forward to the new shopping platform. You are leading the way in growth and success, which will take Young Living to new heights around the globe.
Terrorizing anti-MLM creators on their way out with legal threats and drama, and gaslighting their distributors.
Young Living began with a mission to empower individuals and communities around the world, of course through our seed-to-sale sourcing standards, which insist on premium quality products. It's time we address the increasing costs of bringing the best essential oils in the world to you, our brand partners and customers. This price increase will take effect on July 1st in the US and Canada.
Let's talk about it. And if you want me to make more anti-MLM content on this second channel, then leave a like on this video and comment down below. Now let's get into it. Now, since I haven't been doing anti-MLM videos in a while, I wanted to see what Young Living was up to, or Young Living reps. So let's see. Is Young Living becoming self-aware? A pyramid-shaped diffuser. Selling a pyramid-shaped essential oil diffuser when you're trying to refute the allegations that you're a pyramid scheme? Probably not a good look. This pyramid-shaped diffuser is also just incredibly ugly. There's some essential oil diffusers that are gorgeous, that look like art pieces. This looks like cheap plastic crap that makes it incredibly obvious that you are in a pyramid scheme. It's literally like that Office meme. We're not in a pyramid scheme, I promise. Now here, come join our business model and purchase our pyramid-shaped diffuser. But trust us, it's not a pyramid scheme. Young Living reps, in an effort to sell their essential oils, are still using and advertising that you can use these essential oils in the most bizarre, out-of-pocket ways. And one that I kept stumbling on is putting essential oils into recipes. Mostly they're lemon essential oil. So here are some amazing recipes where you can use a Young Living essential oil to add a little spice into your life. Sipping on scams. 3 refreshing mocktails to sip on this summer. There's the cucumber lemon cooler, which has a half a cucumber, 2 to 3 drops of lemon vitality Young Living essential oils, and then a lemon juiced So why do you need lemon vitality essential oil if you're juicing a lemon as well? That seems a little redundant. That seems like you're trying to shove a way to use your essential oil product in there. 1 tablespoon honey, 4 ounces club soda or sparkling water, and mint leaves for garnish. Call me crazy, but I think you could probably do this without the essential oil. In fact, dare I say, I think you probably should do this without the essential oil added. And that might be a little bit of a better recipe. It also seems extremely dangerous to advertise putting essential oil into food, yet they still be doing it. You gotta girl boss somehow. You gotta hun bot some way. Here's another recipe with the lemon vitality oil. Lemon oil cookie, anyone? Because when you think of really delicious cookies, you immediately think of essential oil in your cookies, right? Don't you? I know I do. So here's another lemon vitality oil recipe where you add 8 to 12 drops of lemon essential oil into a cookie recipe. Your insides are gonna get torn apart, but you do you. And here's the thing. Essential oils are not considered safe to consume. It's generally considered a big no-no to cook with essential oils, to include them in your food. Yet these MLM reps with Young Living are continually suggesting that and selling their product and claiming that that's a legitimate way to use this product. This is dangerous. As if Young Living doesn't already have enough lawsuits, this sounds like a good ground for another one. Poison Control says that essential oils are considered poisonous when they're misused. So I always felt like essential oil MLMs were one of the most dangerous MLMs because a lot of these distributors are, surprise, surprise, not experts, but they're trying so desperately to sell products of their essential oils that they are saying you can use it however, whenever, in whatever way, that guess what? They are misusing essential oils.
If you're not using this for probably every single issue you have every day, you're doing it wrong. I get asked all the time, what is my #1 remedy for having such clear skin all the time? And no, I'm not born with acne, but when I do get pimples, this gets rid of it immediately. Lavender oil, friends, and not just any lavender oil, Young Living's lavender oil.
Megan Voss, a DMP and RN, says that essential oils are fat soluble, so they can be dangerous if you ingest them straight from the bottle or mix them with something like water because they attach to your tissues and damage the mouth and esophagus. So what I learned when looking into it very briefly is that Young Living reps are still doing what they've always done. Not much has changed. But you'd think after the long history of controversy that Young Living has had, that they would have learned their lesson at some point, since, as I've mentioned, it's been a long time since I've done a video on this. Let's briefly talk about Young Living's background. The background of Young Living is so fascinating because it's so embarrassingly bad and completely rooted in fraud and lies. But I guess that's America, baby. That's capitalism, baby. I had to talk about this again just so you can really understand that Young Living has no sense of morality, no sense of right and wrong.
It's hard to believe that one small change could rock the wellness world forever. Enter Gary Young, a holistic wellness advocate who'd been searching diligently for natural alternatives to complement Western medicine.
D. Gary Young, which stands for Donald, but he goes by D because it sounds like doctor, was the co-founder and CEO of Young Living. And he's had quite the interesting past.
Back in the day, the lore of Gary Young is that he was a logger and at one point had a logging accident, and this logging accident ended up making him paralyzed and he was in a coma for a really long time. Ended up soaking in a bunch of essential oils, soaked in a bunch of the water that was used to distill these essential oils, and bing bang boom, they healed him. He actually, from court records, allegedly, from what we can find out, he was only in the hospital for like a month, or he was only paralyzed, or like couldn't have some movement for a little while, but gained it back pretty easily. It was not as much of a tragic logging accident as he has portrayed himself to be.
Young Living touts him as this amazing, incredible, inspiring health guru founder.
By next year, we will be the first company in the world to actually grow actually distill, actually formulate, and market their product from the seed up.
Some called it overkill. He called it
Seed to seal.
Seed to seal.
Seed to seal.
a new, groundbreaking set of standards that really wasn't new at all. His idea was simple. Work with nature, and his seed to seal standards surpassed any the industry had seen before. It guaranteed the final product was pure, potent, unadulterated, and safe for you.
But Gary has actually pleaded guilty to the unlicensed practice of medicine early on in his career, promoted pseudoscientific healing methods, which in my opinion, Young Living has gone on to perpetuate through its entire existence, made unsupported medical claims about essential oils, which again, in my opinion, Young Living has gone on to perpetuate through its entire existence, and Gary Young's companies were repeatedly investigated by regulators. But Gary Young was an innovator, a wise health guru. He couldn't be brought down by things like science or regulations.
Some 30 years ago, a man with resolute vision and a cowboy spirit began exploring different avenues to optimize wellness. He was on a mission to combine his lifelong love of nature with his belief in the benefits of natural botanicals to support physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being.
Now that I've given you a walkthrough of our distillery here in Northern Lights, you can see why I'm so proud of it and why I'm excited about the future. But there's an energy here that seems to be extraordinarily special. Thank you for listening with everyone. It's a video special.
Gary Young built an entire brand as a healer, but when you look into his past, in my opinion, the truth shines through plain as day. He's a charlatan, a fraud. The worst thing that Gary has been involved in was the death of his infant child in the 1980s.
So he's living up in Washington, and he ends up convincing his wife at the time to give birth in their like hot tub, jacuzzi tub kind of thing at the health center that they own. So his belief was that if the baby was born in the hot water, that it would give them some kind of like natural immunity to a bunch of like sicknesses. Now, she ends up giving birth this way, I think a few times with her kids, but the last time she did this, tragedy struck, and the baby ended up dying because the baby was kept underneath the water for an hour. The baby is receiving all of its oxygen from the placenta. The moment the placenta detaches from the mother, the baby is not receiving any more oxygen. Okay, so the baby was held underwater for an hour. The placenta was most likely detached pretty quickly, and I say like within 15-20 minutes of the birth. So the baby was deprived of oxygen and died.
There have been multiple investigative sources, including the Deadly Faith podcast, that detail allegations of infanticide, medical malpractice, and dangerous pseudoscientific practices that are all connected to Gary Young's healing experiments.
So he said, well, then I'm just going to go down to California and I'm going to open up a clinic in Mexico. And he did. Now, in this clinic, he went balls to the wall and he started saying he could cure you. He could take like a blood sample and he could test it and tell you how much cancer you have, what kind of cancer you have. He could do the whole gamut from just a little bitty blood sample. So full on scamming over here in the Mexico clinic. Not too long after this, he meets Mary Young, and together with Mary Young's experience with MLMs, Gary Young and her end up creating Young Living essential oils, and it is what it is today.
Essentially, Young Living was born from a man who wanted to play doctor, wanted to play healer, but never had the expertise to actually do so. So what does he do? He creates an essential oil company that claims to have all the answers, but never actually follows through, and uses it as a way to continue his dangerous experiments and dangerous claims. Beyond the shady story of Young Living's founder, Gary Young, the company Young Living itself has faced a lengthy list of legal and ethical issues, including federal raids and investigations, multiple investigations for illegal medical claims and improper business practices, class action lawsuits, aggressive recruitment tactics, misleading therapeutic grade claims. Young Living has paid millions to settle lawsuits, all which allege false advertising and unsupported health claims. Young Living's distributors are encouraged to recruit constantly.
So I believed everything I heard and read online and went straight to the source of the most expensive essential oils through an MLM company, thinking I was doing the right thing. And embarrassingly enough, I was also telling people that that was the only way to get pure essential oils by spending so much money.
Often using things like emotional manipulation and pseudoscience to sell products. On the Reddit page r/anti-MLM, there's a plethora of evidence collected over years showcasing the shady practices in which Young Living distributors will often try to recruit people. In September of 2014, Young Living was one of 3 companies warned by the US Food and Drug Administration for its marketing practices. The FDA identified multiple instances of claims being made by Young Living's distributors on social media and other websites where they marketed Young Living's products as possible treatments for cures, where you can cure things like Ebola virus and other diseases, which is wild. In 2020, the National Advertising Division of the Better Business Bureau recommended Young Living stop claiming that its products are therapeutic grade, as it did not have the requisite scientific support to support such claims. Again, it seems like Young Living can never learn its lesson and continues to make unsubstantiated health claims. Why? Why do they continue to do this? In 2022, the FDA issued a warning letter to Young Living for illegally marketing several of their products as misbranded, unapproved new drugs, including essential oil, Vitality, Ningxia, and Nature's Ultra CBD, when none of such products had been adequately studied by adequate and well-controlled clinical studies in the published literature that support a determination that any of these products are generally recognized as safe and effective for use under the conditions prescribed, recommended, or suggested in their labeling.
Hey guys, did y'all know that essential oils have frequencies? Our emotions have frequencies. Our organs, frequencies. And so the essential oil relates to our emotions and our organs depending on what frequency it is. And so there is healing power in essential oils. They are God-given. I mean, literally, it's blowing my mind. I've been going to these essential oils classes. Like, you can find one in your area. Young Living consultants will host them. Just Google it. Mind-blowing, the healing power that is in essential oils. Also, like, your emotions, which I already knew this, but just learning about it in connection with the essential oils is fascinating. Your emotions have different frequencies that connect with your organs. So, like, anger is a specific frequency that connects to the same frequency as your liver. And so when you're like always angry, you get liver problems, like, and so on and so forth with different emotions and different organs. So it's like we have the power to heal our emotions. I am currently in a huge stage of healing and like restoration through the power of the Holy Spirit.
What's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, and it sounds like you're full of shit. It sounds like the only way that you can get people roped into your MLM company is through claiming that your products are some sort of cure-all miracle cure, when in reality, they're just essential oils. While there's some studies that essential oils can do some things, user beware. And at this point, the misinformation of MLM distributors has outweighed even the positive studies, blown them to smithereens with the outright bizarre and dangerous claims that they've made. And obviously, the company itself has now seen the consequences of those actions and those claims as the class action lawsuits continue to pile on and regulators continue to step in. The company just overall operates unethically for pretending to be such a holistic healing company. In 2000, the Utah Occupational Safety and Health Division investigated a distiller explosion that fatally wounded a worker. Fatally wounded. Doesn't that mean they died? That's how it was worded in the article. So yeah, I don't know what fatally wounded means. That just means they died, right? At a Young Living's farm in Mona. UOSHD fined Young Living's farms $10,280 for 7 safety violations, which feels like a small fine for someone dying on your farm. And again, saying fatally wounded feels like a weird way to say it. In 2014, Young Living hired counsel for an internal investigation of its importing practices. The investigation resulted in the voluntary disclosure of the violations of the Lacey Act of 1900 and the Endangered Species Act of 1973 for illegally trafficked rosewood oil and spikenard oil.
Many businesses going through rapid growth experience moments in time that will define the future of the company. Young Living's decisive moment came in late 2014 when our compliance program at the time identified a sourcing issue in Peru. We determined this issue may have triggered a violation of the Lacey Act, which is a U.S. law regulating what can be done with certain protected plants or plant products. We immediately conducted our own investigation with assistance from outside counsel, and upon completion of the internal investigation in 2015, we decided to voluntarily disclose this issue to the U.S. government in 2015. Young Living spent the next 2 years rectifying the situation. We responded the way forward-moving companies do. We found and solved the problem to help ensure our plants are correctly sourced, and we're a better company as a result. Young Living is committed to compliance. We have developed a comprehensive Lacey Act compliance program to help ensure that plant products come from legal and sustainable sources.
The company was subsequently fined $760,000 in 2017 after pleading guilty to the charges. The company was also placed on probation for 5 years. Recently, Young Living agreed to pay $5 million as part of a class action settlement, which charged the company with promoting its essential oils to reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep, and other health-related claims without reliable scientific evidence.
So Young Living could owe you money. Young Living is an essential oils brand that's been sued for false advertising. Young Living falsely promised that their essential oils were therapeutic, and these claims were made with no evidence to back them up. Anyone who made a purchase between these dates is eligible for a coupon or a cash refund. Run to my bio to sign up and share with a friend who needs their money back.
Again, Young Living never learns. They continue to make unsubstantiated claims over and over again because that's the only way they can sell their products and recruit distributors. If all they did was sell oils and say, hey, these oils kind of smell good. If you dilute them a lot in like almond oil or argan oil, you can sometimes use them in hair products or body products or other things. If you use it in an essential oil diffuser, your room might smell nice. They wouldn't be able to sell oils. They have to make these unsubstantiated claims in order to recruit people and continue to sell. And that means to me that their entire business is a scam. If you have to lie, if you have to make up claims in order to sell your product, it is a scam. Because of this settlement, those who've purchased products from January 1st of 2017 through April 25th of 2024 are eligible for a refund. That being said, the main reason why I'm making this video today is the rumors circulating that Young Living might be shutting down its MLM model. This all started when amazing anti-MLM creator Hannah Alonso received an email from an alleged Young Living distributor claiming that they had inside information that Young Living was shutting down. The email has been reposted on a few blog sites, so here it is. The email says www.youngliving.com. The address is an @youngliving.com address, which isn't something that you can fake, which would lead Hannah to believe that this is a legitimate Young Living distributor. It has the Young Living brand, and this is how the email starts. Dear blank, I'm assuming this is the distributor's name. We are writing to inform you of an important update regarding Young Living's marketing partner program. After careful consideration and strategic planning, the company has made the decision to officially conclude the marketing partner program in Q2 as of 2026. This decision aligns with our ongoing efforts to streamline operations and focus on initiatives that best support the company's long-term growth and mission. While this change will mark the end of the marketing partner program, our commitment to delivering exceptional products and experiences to our customers remains steadfast. So Young Living's marketing partner program is its distributor program, its MLM model. And it seems like in this email, they're basically saying, even though we're cutting you loose and you won't be able to make money however much money you are making from us? Probably very little to none, since there's so much statistics out there that people in this MLM pyramid scheme type of model make very little to absolutely no money at all. For many distributors, this feels like a betrayal when companies do this, but what they don't realize is they were always just a customer. But as a distributor, they were also doing marketing and advertising for that company for free while still buying that MLM company's products. They were doing more than just being a customer. So when the MLM company says, hey, we're going to still be selling our products even though you're not going to be a distributor anymore, the distributor thinks that they're being betrayed by that company, but really it just kind of shows that that's all you ever really were. You were just a customer. But since MLMs have been exposed for being a scam in many people's opinions, it's become a bad business model for many of these companies.
How not to get screwed over by an MLM. First, if someone approaches you with an opportunity but says you have to buy in, this is a huge red flag. Option 1, push them down and run away. This is a more aggressive approach, but definitely gets the point across. Next step is to head to youngliving.com or find a Young Living brand partner to sign up with. You can choose to become a brand partner and work the business if you want, or just remain a customer and get great products at a discounted price.
They're hoping they have enough brand loyalty by their distributors that the distributors will just continue to buy the products. Further details regarding the transition plan, timelines, and internal resources will be shared with you in the coming months. We ask that all employees treat this information as confidential, which this employee did not, and shared it with YouTuber Hannah Alonso, as it is intended for internal communication only until a public announcement is made. Thank you for your continued dedication and support as we navigate this transition. Your commitment to Young Living's mission is invaluable, and we are confident that together we will continue to drive the company forward. When Hannah Alonso covered this, it became a huge deal in the anti-MLM world and MLM world. Young Living has been a big MLM name, but within the past year or so, more and more MLMs have been dropping the distribution model, as multi-level marketing has been exposed so publicly for being overall a dumb way to make money and an exploitative system. I mean, just look at how with the flip of a switch, MLM companies can get rid of their distribution model, and all of a sudden even people at the top of the pyramid are out of a way to make money. Realistically, what comes after an MLM? I think most MLMs will eventually either shut down or dissolve the MLM part of their business. The thing with the MLM business model is the Huns are the main customers. An MLM can only survive on that business model if the recruitment stays higher than the attrition rate. And currently, MLMs are suffering at the hands of the anti-MLM community or movement. There's a huge stigma with the term MLM multi-level marketing now, and more people are becoming aware of how scammy and predatory the MLM business model is. So it's making it that much more difficult for the Huns or Hun bros in these scams to recruit more people into their downlines. Hannah Alonso's video quickly made waves, the downfall of Young Living being a huge sign that the MLM industry is collapsing. But all of a sudden, people started to notice that Hannah's video vanished. I haven't seen anyone post about it yet, but Hannah Alonso did a video yesterday about Young Living's plans to eliminate their market partner program. The video was very informative and entertaining. I went to return to it today and it's gone. In response to Hannah Alonso's video, Young Living also posted a petty Instagram story. Young Living. For those who've trusted a fake email, we have an oil for that. It's called common sense. I wouldn't even be surprised if Young Living started selling essential oils to help you deprogram from fake news, since selling pseudoscientific bullshit is kind of their thing, right? Allegedly, in my opinion. Here's the thing I don't understand, but I'm not a lawyer. Maybe there's a lawyer who can explain it for me. But if Hannah Alonso is simply reporting on an email she received from another person who may or may not be involved with Young Living, what legal grounds does Young Living have to take action against Hannah Alonso and try and get her video taken down and silence her? On top of Hannah taking down her original video on the situation, she also posted a retraction video, which seemed to be, from my perception, required by Young Living and was filmed in a sort of hostage-esque style where she seems to be, in my opinion, reading from from a script, not written by herself.
I want to clarify that my January 8th video about Young Living was inaccurate. I have since learned from Young Living that the supposed internal corporate email sent to me was fake and did not originate from Young Living. Further, I have learned that Young Living is not moving away from its brand partner program and that Young Living continues to invest in new products, infrastructure, and global growth that support the network marketing model. I have taken the video down and I apologize for any confusion in my previous video.
What a win for Young Living. They're still doing MLM network marketing model. Yay. That's kind of a worse look for them.
Going forward, I am committed to contacting Young Living directly before posting any information of this kind about the company.
Isn't free speech a thing? You should not have to contact an MLM company directly to make content about them, to critique them, to make allegations about them, or report on them. Reporting on them is a thing. Making speculation on a company is a thing. You should be allowed to do so without being afraid that you're gonna get sued up the A. Of course, it is a possibility that the email was a fake email. The way in which Young Living acted so defensively feels mighty suspicious. As a way to silence a prominent anti-MLM creator, one of their most prominent detractors. Because guess what? If there's allegations that you are going to shut down your MLM distribution model and you aren't going to shut down your MLM distribution model, you know what you can do? Simply make a statement that you're not going to do that and then don't do it. Why do you need to force someone to make a hostage-style legal statement and take down their video? Since Hannah's retraction video, many theories have been circulating about what took place. The most realistic one being that while Young Living may have initially been planning to shut down its MLM wing, once it was exposed and blasted to the public and a lot of its distributors were informed, Young Living immediately backtracked. Other theories have been that Young Living or an associated rep intentionally set up Hannah so that they could discredit her or the anti-MLM movement, or even potentially sue her. And there are other theories that get even more and more less likely. There's a well-written article from Danny D. Heck, hopefully I pronounced your name right, titled Young Living Essential Oils, the MLM Empire Built on Controversy, which spoke about the aftermath of this situation, saying, by denying the email's authenticity, Young Living created a bigger problem. They undermined their own credibility. They confused their distributor base. They gave critics even more proof that the company operates in secrecy and spin. And distributors parroting the "it's fake" narrative, they're unknowingly helping corporate walk back a decision that may have already been in motion. If anything, Hannah's exposure of the email forced Young Living to pause, reconsider, and possibly reverse course, which means distributors should be thanking her. She may have saved their commissions, their structure, and their ability to keep earning under the current system. But instead, the company chose denial. And in doing so, they confirmed what critics have said for years. Young Living doesn't just sell oils, it sells illusion. And Young Living distributors continued with this fake news narrative across social media platforms. Is Young Living shutting down the MLM side of the company? This is why we don't believe everything we see online. Did this come from Young Living itself? I asked Mary Young this exact question less than a year ago, and she said it would never happen. And when has Young Living ever lied or spread misinformation? Never. First, you'll want to change your Facebook name, as we legally can't use a company name for Facebook or websites. Second, this is fake news created by a disgruntled human. It's been disputed many times already. I'm in and have been for over 18 years. No, but many like to gossip about many things. I have been almost 10 years. Many companies that gossip about this are no longer here. Literally the post right under this. Anyone know of any oils that would help with post-therapeutic neuralgia, nerve pain? Don't know if I said that right. Caused from shingles? Asking for essential oil that helps with nerve pain. And this was posted in November of 2025. These people never learn. I'm going on 2 weeks of shingles and rashes almost healed, but still having nerve pain and rather try oils than my pain meds or nerve med. Let me know. This is dangerous. It's pseudoscience, and it could have really negative effects, especially if you're not listening to your doctor. Anyways, that's all I have to say on the matter, but I wanted to also speak with a longtime friend in the anti-MLM community, Savannah Marie, who has a lot more knowledge in this, and I wanted to hear her take on the possible collapse of Young Living and the anti-MLM industry as a whole. So let's get into that. Hi, we have Savannah Marie here.
Hello.
Which, if you want to say your YouTube channel and everything.
I'm Savannah Marie. That's my YouTube channel. I've been making anti-MLM content for 7 years? Too long? And this is Pippi. She's important too.
You know a lot about MLMs in general, right? Like, it's
unfortunately.
Yeah. Young Living is just one of many MLMs that are either rumored or have switched to a more traditional business model as opposed to an MLM business model.
They allegedly were going to, but then they got called out by Hannah Alonso. So I think the emails were real, but they obviously got called out and had to retract everything and get a hold on the situation and be like, no, she's a liar. We're not doing that. But I think they would have. I think they were going to. Like, the MLM industry is not doing well right now. I don't see how Young Living can keep going on for much longer, let alone any MLM. However, I've said that about Young Living for a few years now, and they're still here. The moment I think that, oh, this will be the final nail in the coffin, it never is.
For me, I really felt like the anti-MLM movement has done a lot in terms of raising awareness for the dangers of MLMs.
I think consumer awareness in general is a really important thing that a lot of people are starting to listen to more. And especially with MLM, like, the whole business model is terrible, exploitative. I feel like people care about that now more than they ever have. Like, a lot of people are more willing to put their money towards companies that they believe in and they like and they appreciate and they feel like are doing good things for the world. And MLMs just aren't that.
Also, in general, it feels like a lot of MLM products suck. They're entirely reliant on the distribution arm to sell and spin shit into gold.
Spinning shit into gold?
Yeah.
If only. We'd all be rich.
You know, whether it's Lululemon or not Lululemon, LuLaRoe leggings, you know, making them seem like they're just like the most amazing, coolest leggings. You have to have them because look at these patterns that definitely don't have weird images on the crotch.
I don't know if LuLaRoe even has that issue anymore. I haven't been paying attention to them for a while, but I mean, probably.
Wait, still? I thought the company shut down completely. They're still selling?
I'll Google it just to make sure. Yeah, no, LuLaRoe is still a thing. And when you go to their side menu, here are the options. 1, start your own boutique. 2, income disclosure statement. And then it goes to like new releases and shit like that.
So you have the bad designs like LuLaRoe, and then you have the health products that don't actually do anything. Like
peptides are really big in the MLM world right now. And scientifically, from what I understand, oral peptides aren't effective at all. And this is like very well documented. But for whatever reason in the MLM world, they're just like, no, we have an oral peptide and it totally works. Look, I lost 40 pounds in 3 days.
It's these companies creating BS products, and then the onus is on the distributors to come up with a way to sell it. Whether it's Beachbody and you have to do these ridiculous before and after photos. I mean, same thing, Young Living. You have to find a ridiculous way to sell these essential oil products. The products don't need to be good because the onus for marketing them and selling them isn't on the company. It's now on the distributors, and they have to sell it.
And meanwhile, the company doesn't have to pay to advertise. They have a fleet of unpaid workers for them. Unpaid probably isn't the correct term. A lot of them are unpaid. They do a ton of advertising work, and then what? They get one sale? You know, like
they're
so,
doing marketing.
Sure, they're paid,
for the
but they might
company.
as well not be.
They're getting convinced that they're starting their own business, but in reality, they're doing all this marketing for the company, distribution, sales, and really, what are they getting? A small profit portion, and the company's convincing them not only to be devoted to them, but also that like through doing that, they'll get some huge payoff eventually, maybe down the line, while they have to put all these hours in. As far as Young Living goes, What do you think are some of the biggest, most notable scandals that probably should have gotten the company shut down?
I think the number one biggest one for me personally, I believe, is when we found out all the details about the seed to seal situation. So seed to seal is Young Living's, I don't know if you'd call it a motto or like whatever it is, but the idea is from the moment the seed is planted into the earth to the harvesting to the distilling until we put the seal on the bottle, Young Living has its oily little fingers all over it.
And market their product from the seed up.
Some called it overkill. He called it
seed to seal.
Seed to seal.
Seed to seal.
A new, groundbreaking set of standards.
It's our rigorous seed to seal standards that makes all of this possible.
It's interesting because in hindsight, like they had the whole Lacey Act violation that I know you put it in your script, so I know you're going to talk about it, but they basically were caught, I believe they were importing rosewood oil or something like that, but they were importing it. So it's like, obviously they're not growing it themselves, and they have multiple farms.
It is the company's passion for quality, dedication to its customers, and innovation in pioneering the essential oils movement that has propelled Young Living from a small family farm more than 20 years ago to a global enterprise with farms and customers all over the world today.
Young Living has experienced tremendous growth over the past 2 decades. We've burgeoned into $1 billion+ global company with nearly 3,000 employees serving over 4 million members globally. Today, Young Living has 16 corporate-owned and partner farms in 11 different countries.
They had everyone believing that like the seed to seal thing was a thing, like that, you know, if anything, Gary Young is going out himself and personally picking each individual plant. He had this front-facing thing where he was just some like explorer / doctor / naturopath. So
he was a pioneer.
And yeah, exactly. He was the pioneer of essential oils. doTERRA showed up, and that was started by two ex-Young Living employees. And when Young Living's like, you can't do that, we're gonna sue you. And they were not successful in that. What also came from that lawsuit is the transcripts of said lawsuit. I went back to my old links and stuff, and I only have 2 days worth of transcripts, like maybe only like 500 pages, but there's 4,000. I've covered it. I know the Anti-Bot with she covered it with her husband, like going over all the crazy stuff that's in the transcripts. But, you know, for example, there was a part where we found out that Gary Young had been doing actual surgery, like a gallbladder removal or something like that, and filmed it, made a video of it, like a home video type of thing, and then had actual employees at Young Living, he forced them to watch it.
Have been developing enzyme formulas and testing to make sure they work. Allerzyme, an enzyme that is made for those who have allergies. Detoxzyme. The detoxzyme is formulated to help your body to detox. Detoxzyme is filled with the essential oils of dietone. And it has been so beautiful to watch what goes on in the blood and the response of the patients and seeing this happen in the clinic setting. We saw people that couldn't digest protein, but I made another discovery in January that was really phenomenal as we were studying and watching patients' response in the clinic. Most people that came through the clinic had an allergy, but it was to cellulose. Something that I've never seen anybody go to or study or look at yet. Cellulose allergies.
So like that's just
why?
That's in and of itself, that because he was full of himself and he wanted everyone to think he was a doctor because his name is Donald Gary Young. He writes his name as D. Gary Young because people straight up think the D stands for doctor.
It's literally freak shit. That's so freaky. This is cult shit. Like, oh, yeah, they're looking up to him as like the messiah of essential oils. And then also, if you're an employee of Young Living, watch this fucking gallbladder surgery from a non-certified D. Gary Young because he's like our messiah.
But anyway, the transcripts with the seed to seal thing. Basically, in these transcripts, they're interviewing one of the co-founders of doTERRA, but basically he was saying, no, like only like 1% of the plants we use for our oils are actually like used in our products. Like everything else is essentially imported. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. What about seed to seal? I thought you guys were saying you were planting and harvesting and distilling and doing all the things all ourselves. Here we are. So like, what's all this stuff about importing? The transcripts are like, no, like 99% of our source material is not grown on our farms.
99%?
99% is what, according to the court transcripts. Under oath.
Sourcing quality seeds, Young Living carefully selects their seeds to ensure the highest quality. Doesn't sound like they do. It sounds like they just import shit. This one says that they are in control of the entire process, which we know is not true. According to Recovering Hun, she said, "We were told that we were the only essential oil company in the world to own our own farms." Well, they do own some of their own farms.
Like some of the places that they were importing from, giant companies like Johnson & Johnson were also importing from the same suppliers.
So there's nothing
and it's
unique. There's nothing unique, really.
Precisely. And that was their whole business model. They're like, yeah, we charge extravagant prices for our essential oils, but that's because like seed to seal guys, hello, we're really, really like into like making sure that these oils are the most pure and therapeutic, blah, 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 that you could ever possibly get your hands on. And then all this came out and we're like, plain, and they never really did. I think they might have silently just kind of like taken a lot of their seed to seal stuff off the website or like redid it.
Yeah, I know with some, I mean, I'm a idiot. This isn't like an official knowledgeable thing, but I know with some companies, you know, they'll have like a certified label that they'll put, a company that's certified that will back that up. But the seed to seal thing, was it just like, it was just vibes that they were going off of?
I mean, I can't say for sure, but what I will say is that was a big point of contention when I was covering Young Living a lot. I always used to bring this up. Every other essential oil company, even doTERRA, I'm pretty sure you can find the third-party laboratory testing results of every batch of oil they make. Young Living does not have that. They have never had that. They have been caught before cutting their oils with synthetics. This happened with their cinnamon bark oil years ago.
People are eating this.
People are eating this. This is cinnamon bark oil. It's cinnamon. There was one person, and I'd have to read through the blog post again, but long story short, I think she felt like she had noticed a decrease in quality or like a change in taste or something like that. And so she decided to have the what?
Oh, it's just funny because like most health officials don't recommend you like eat essential oils. It's like not seen as a good thing to do. So
these people don't care about what doctors and professionals have to say. They're like, if Gary Young says I can do it, like.
So it's just funny. Like I noticed a difference in taste over time.
I don't know if it was taste. It could have just like. That's what you notice the quality difference. Smell, maybe.
Yeah.
No, the smell was different. Whatever it was, something was different. This girl was like, I'm going to pay my own money to have this tested by a third party. And she did, and it came back to be synthetic. And then I think she posted it in like a Facebook group or something. And then other people started doing the same thing, and they had similar results. Other different third party labs all coming back saying like, yep, this batch was synthetic. This batch was synthetic. The problem with that too is that cinnamon bark oil is one of the main ingredients in their Thieves blend. And Thieves, if you know, that's their cleaning line. Thieves will keep you alive forever. Like Thieves is like the holy grail. It's called the fountain of youth, or like, you know, like it'll heal anything. There was an account. He was like a student in chemistry or something, or biology or whatever it was. And so he was making videos testing cleaning products on bacteria and stuff. And he made 2 or 3 of them about Young Living. And I recently went to go find them again. I found the guy, I found his account. Everything is still there, but the Young Living ones are not. And I'm like, who threatened you? Like they had to have threatened him, right? Like you would think. I used to do a Hun science. So I included those so they still live on my channel. Those videos are there. So I guess I can't for sure say, yeah, Thieves isn't effective. But in this guy's videos, like he had a petri dish and he like wiped it all with bacteria and then did bleach, water, and then like a control, and then Thieves. And like the only area where you could see that the bacteria stopped growing was around the bleach.
My viewer Julie reached out to me in an email and asked if she could send me 3 products. I said absolutely. One of the products Julie sent me was this single-use packet of thieves. In the before section, we can see a tremendous amount of bacteria, a big smearing of bacteria in that before section. And in the after section, we can see a very slight decrease in bacteria, but there is still a tremendous amount of bacteria in the after section. So the Thieves Household Cleaner did not do a good job at removing the bacteria from my kitchen sink drain. The bathroom sink. In the before section, we can see a lot of bacteria, and in the after section, it's kind of hard to see in the photo, but there are about 3 or 4 very small bacterial colonies. So the Thieves Household Cleaner did an excellent job of removing the bacteria from my bathroom sink. The toilet rim. In the before section, we can see a tremendous amount of bacteria, and in the after section, we can see a visible decrease in bacteria. We can definitely see that there's less bacteria in the after section. So the Thieves Household Cleaner does a okay job at decreasing the bacteria from my toilet rim. Overall, we got some mixed results from the Thieves Household Cleaner when it comes to removing bacteria on hard surfaces in my home.
I don't think essential oils are effective in cleaning anything at all anyway.
Why
let alone,
would they be?
Because that's
Question, why would they be? Usually with cleaning, like, okay, again, village idiot here, so not gonna like say I know everything, but normally with cleaning things, you have to like, the reason I normally wear gloves when I'm cleaning stuff, because like you kind of have to kill things to clean it. So also that's a little bit fucking weird that it's like, oh, thieves, the thing that's supposed to like help you health-wise is also something that's gonna like kill bacteria.
We find out that their biggest selling point, the seed to seal shit, is a lie. And I'm like, certainly everyone's gonna quit, right? Like, certainly they're all gonna stop believing this shit now, right? No, someone was messaging me for a while. I haven't talked to them in a long time, but they had left Young Living. They were essentially like deconstructing. She was saying like, I feel like I need my oils. Like I have to have that. And I'm like, okay, if you feel that way, you don't have to keep using Young Living. Like, it's not special. We have so much proof to literally prove that, like, you get the same quality from Revive. Like, Revive Essential Oils, that is a company that, you know, hashtag not spawns, but they started, whoever started that company, started it to be a direct competitor with Young Living and doTERRA because they're anti-MLM. And they have, like, on their website, they're like, this blend is the same as Young Living's whatever blend, you know. So, and they provide testing results so you can see the quality for yourself, which Young Living doesn't do. Gee, I wonder why that could be. It's like, you want to talk about what's important to people, what's important to consumers is like transparency, number one. And Young Living can't even prove that their products are more pure than anyone else's. Personally, I believe that's why they haven't released test results yet. Because literally you can go to any other essential oil company and find their test results. And what are you going to find if you compare it to Young Living? You're probably going to find that they're no different than anyone else. Yeah. And then they wouldn't be able to justify selling their oils for such insane markup prices because you can go buy the same exact oils, same exact quality, probably most likely, if not better, on Revive, or there's like Eden's Garden, Plant Therapy, and all those things. There's a lot of oil companies out there.
But their distributors eat up that concept. And I guess that's where what I was really thinking as you were describing this of the seed to seal being fake, of like a lot of this sort of lies and false platitudes that Young Living has sort of sold to their distributors. What I'm kind of wondering is, even it being smoke and mirrors, do you think that the distributors who are so sucked into Young Living, who love it so much, who are such a part of the company itself, do you think that they care almost? Like, that's what I kind of wonder is, like, do you think they really care about
do cult members care?
Real?
You know? Do cult members care? I'm sorry. Like, a lot of people will say, like, when I say Young Living is a cult, this MLM is a cult, this blah, blah, people are like, oh, you're just being over dramatic. No, I'm really not. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but I really do truly believe Young Living is a cult. I do. Yeah. It's more than an MLM. It's more than people who like essential oils. Like, this, it has ingrained itself so deeply into these people's lives. And it was designed that way by Gary Young to do that, because Gary Young's whole thing. The thing that he would always say his main goal was to get essential oils in every home in the world. And it's like, okay, so what are you going to do to achieve that? And he definitely put in some work as far as that goes.
Do you think that Young Living will come to an end soon? If so, why? I guess that's the big question here, right?
No, you're good. I've been saying for years, like, this is gonna be the end, and it never is. They just somehow still keep going. I personally believe, just like with the email situation, I do think that they were planning. I do think those emails were real. I do think that that was what their plan was going to be, because let's face it, look around, dude. Every MLM is either closing entirely or going affiliate all over the place, or omni-channel is what, like, the new one.
What is this sort of affiliate omni-channel?
Well, affiliate is just kind of like you share your link.
You share your
people
link.
Click it, buy your commission, done. Omni-channel, is that what it is? Omni-channel's in my head, but it could be omni-level. You're still recruiting people, but you only get paid off of your direct downline. And like in Pure Romance, for example, you only get payments from your direct recruits for like 1 or 2 years, and then after that, that's it. So it's not a forever thing. So it's still technically multi-levels to it, because there are multiple levels, but
you make even less money too, like,
significantly,
than you already weren't making.
And I think the commission amounts are lower too, like 15% or something. So there are a lot of MLMs that like have been doing that. If they're not going affiliate or closing entirely, there have been a few that are like, we're not an MLM anymore, we're omni level or whatever the fuck.
I don't know. I think maybe it's their way of trying to like keep the loyal customers they had of like the MLM distributors and make it seem like they still kind of have something going on while offloading the MLM process. And then, it's pretty, in my opinion, it's pretty impossible to have a successful MLM distribution model going through that system, because like already it's impossible to be successful in an MLM distribution model. The statistics show that. So then to make it even more impossible to succeed, you're gonna have people that just drop off.
And if Young Living does go down, or at least like cut out the MLM model, not even fuck around with omni level, if they say we're gonna do affiliate or whatever, I don't see them being successful in that. If they go affiliate, or if they just go full retail, they don't have a justification to charge the prices that they do anymore. And even right now, the justification they use is all bullshit. They're like, oh, it's because our quality is the best. No, it's because you need to pay out the bonuses to your top 1%, and you need to pay for all these trips and all this shit, whatever. If you get rid of that, the main reason why you have to have your prices so high, and you get rid of that and you still keep your prices high, people are probably going to find alternatives that are cheaper, and there are alternatives that are cheaper. So I don't think Young Living would last very long if they did that, because also, if these people aren't making money off of selling the products and recruiting people to also use and sell the products, then they're not going to buy as much.
They're not going to buy in quantity.
Unboxed my giant Young Living order for family and friends. And this month, I got a ton of people wanting to order. So I have a huge box. Barely any of it is mine, but I will show you all the fun stuff in case you were ever wanting to order something from Young Living and you're not really sure what to order, or you're getting bored with your monthly subscription orders. Take a look at this box. It's full. This box is full of shit.
All the MLMs close, and then the rest just combine into like a singular MLM.
You're saying that like it's a joke, but they are doing that. Like
my bet is it all becomes Amway. That's my bet.
Right. Eventually, Amway would be the mega boss of MLMs. But, well, there's Prove It, for example. Prove It got bought up by Herbalife like 2 years ago or something, but they've still been operating as Prove It, and they've just been like slowly making the change into Herbalife. The Dirt, Black Oxygen Organics Dirt.
I forget. What are the claims of the Dirt company? What are they? What's the Dirt supposed to do? I remember it's like they go to the bog and
Yeah, they had a bog that was across like a catty corner to a landfill, and so it's like, how good is this mud here, man? Well, it started because at that specific bog, Mark St. Ange, the weirdo behind the whole thing, he had his own like mud bath clinic kind of thing. Like he also kind of thought he was a doctor, and he would just go to this bog and scoop up the mud from inside of it and put it in bags and give it to people and be like, here, go take a mud bath with this. This will definitely help. And then he just started like,
it's like if you ever doubt yourself in life, there's some random dude who is just like literally a snake oil salesman who just got a bunch of people together, got a bunch of Huns and was like, I can heal you. And that somehow worked. Or he had a bog. He had a literal bog.
He had a bog.
He dug up dirt from the bog and sold it to people.
Around, he was like, oh yeah, we found the most concentrated fulvic acid peat moss bog in the world. It just so happens to basically be in my backyard. It's like, oh, how convenient. It's the best bog in the world and it's right there. Is science behind it? There's science behind it, but like it's not.
I kind of feel like I could go my whole life without touching a bog fulvic acid, and I think I would be okay. I think I could be okay.
Right?
I think I would survive.
With these MLMs, to really bring it all full circle, they will take the tiniest little grain of proof or a scientific truth or whatever, and they'll stretch it as far as they possibly can. It's like, oh, these people, mud baths, if you soak yourself in actual mud, warm mud, yeah, it's good for your muscles and it probably feels good on your, whatever. Yeah. Let's fucking put that mud in a bag and sell it and say it does the same shit. No, because like you put,
and say it cures cancer.
The same results that you see in a test tube study, you're not going to get those results if you're just taking a capsule with a couple drops of essential oil in it every day, because it's not the same thing. It's like, but there's the study, so it must be the same. Like you're going to get, it's the same stuff. And it's like, the doses aren't there.
Okay, last question I'll ask and then I'll let you go because we've been talking for a while. What have you found to be like the most effective ways to help people leave their MLM?
I think for me anyway, like I just fucking tell it like it is, like, and that turns a lot of people off, and I'm not for everybody. But I do feel like a lot of people do respond to just being very straightforward, just being like, this is how it is. When you speak about something that you truly believe in wholeheartedly with passion, and, people are at least willing to listen. And I know this as a fact because like there have been some people who like went and turned into anti-MLM YouTubers or creators or whatever on Instagram or something who would be like, yeah, I found your channel and at first I was really pissed off, but then I kept watching and then I realized like you kind of know what you were talking about, and now I now I'm following in your footsteps and doing the YouTube thing, whatever. Like I literally, like I've talked to people who've told me that and I'm like, that's great. I mean, like I said, they're all kind of like in cults. Like this is like cult deprogramming. Like it's not as easy just to be like, well, here's an income disclosure statement, so what about that? And they just go, oh, well, you're a hater. Like it takes more than that. Like it's hard and everyone's different. There are articles out there that I have linked to people before. Like if people will message me and ask me that question or be like, how do I, like my friend just joined whatever, like how do I get them out? And there's a lot of articles. I think Vice has a really good article about how to get your friend to leave an MLM. It's a really good article and I always just like link it and send it and like hope something here resonates with you. People will only change their ways when it starts affecting them personally a lot of times too. So it's like if you have people in your life who start talking to you and being like, I wish you wouldn't do this, or if there's some sort of consequence to them being in an MLM, then that's when they're going to start thinking. Really just like watching a YouTube video and being like, this girl, like she's saying all these things, but like I don't want to hear what she's saying. Sometimes that's not enough either. I think a lot of it has to come down to like, oh shit, this is personally affecting me now. My paycheck is low. I'm spending I'm spending more than I make. And now I'm going bankrupt. Like, make a profit loss statement, like a Excel sheet or something of your profits, and let's see how much you spent. And if you're in the red, which most of these people are, you're not making any money. Yeah, okay, great. You made $500 last month and that was your best month ever. That's great. How much did you spend? Oh, 600? Okay, well,
Yeah.
did you really make $500 then? Like, that's kind of one of those things. You kind of just have to meet people where they are,
Yeah.
I think.
Because when you were saying that, I was like, well, I don't know. I think that the anti-MLM content has made a massive, massive positive impact.
It has, yeah.
I think that where it has mostly and sort of contributing to this sort of like downfall of MLMs that we're sort of commentating on right now is the fact that it's made this larger consumer awareness. And so there aren't new recruits because like MLMs are predicated on the constant recruitment. And so when recruitment dries up because people are aware of the fact that the MLM structure is unsustainable and a scam. And if you're at the bottom of the pyramid, you're not going to be making money, or in general, you're probably not going to be making money, then you can't recruit new people. It becomes virtually impossible. And then the whole system collapses in on itself. And I think that is where anti-MLM came in. And it's like, okay, maybe you can't convince the people who are already sucked in. You can convince maybe a few of them, but not a ton if they're like really, really sucked in. But you can convince other people who are like not even aware of what MLM is, talk to them and show them how much of a scam it is. And then they're never going to join it. It's been interesting to see kind of from the height of, 2020, people talking about anti-MLM and to where it is now, where we're kind of finally seeing the collapse, the crumble of MLM companies. I think that's in some ways a very rewarding experience.
It is rewarding. Oh, in so many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, my whole time making anti-MLM content, like I would always have like the Huns come back and be like, well, you need me for content. Like you need me to stay around. Like you don't actually want MLM to crumble because like, what are you going to make videos about now? I'm like, literally anything else. Like I do make videos about other things. Like unfortunately MLMers are not the only people on the internet who are doing shit that I can snark on,
Oh yeah.
And
it'll
I've proven that,
remanifest. They'll go over to, I guarantee, crypto. Guarantee.
Most of it, there are a lot of people who have done that. Yeah. A lot of like leaders that there was MRR that was going around for a while, which was master resale rights, where they would pay like $500 to take a course or something, but then after the course, then you get the rights to resell it to everybody, and that's the business model.
But yeah, that's about as much as I have to say on the topic. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
Not on the top of my head, but I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah, me too. I'll link your channel in the description of the video and put it up on the screen right now. And then thank you for talking. Thank you for talking with me, and I'll stop recording right now.